Hi.
No. Okay. What in the world?
It started doing it again.
Yeah. No. 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 Like an ad was echoing on the screen. But
Mm.
anyway.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
All right. Let's go ahead and yeah, because I got everything now. All right. Let me just go ahead and.
Not a good stream if you don't have a technical difficulty.
I guess, although I've never had this before, where like the screen just blacks out for a second for a couple times, um, and then when I get rid of it, the screen just froze. So I don't know. Some weird stuff. But but I'm happy to go ahead and oh my gosh, is that the one and only famous Anka?
Who's famous? That's great.
The one and only the celebrity in how do you pronounce your name?
um,
Indios
idios. It's like idiosyncratic, and my first
Idiosynchratic.
name's Bianca. So yeah, idiosyncratic.
Idiosanaka. Aw, yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Love that. Well, yeah, you're famous on these streets because, like, look at all the things you do. Yeah,
Oh,
you have all these people. They tune into your streams about you making things, and you went to conventions and hosted things. You had a whole skate rink party.
you know.
You know.
Oh gosh, I'm like really terrible at talk. I'm not famous though. I just love supporting people. I love hanging out with everybody. It's a great time, and I'm happy to do
Well, that's
it.
what being famous is about, is just hanging out and supporting people, you know. Except everybody's going, oh my god, it's Anka!
No.
I gotta get your autograph.
Oh
Sign
gosh.
my t shirt, my cosplay, my booty. Well, hopefully you don't get that. But
I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh gosh. It's funny that you mentioned autograph because one of my friend Yeva, they do cosplay as well. They tricked me because they had a picture taken of me with their Polaroid, and later on at DreamCon they were like, "Oh, can I get your autograph?" And I was like, "No."
mm,
Like,
so
not
they
these ants.
so they tricked you.
Yes.
Oh, so you're like, man, why'd you do that to me? We're not friends anymore.
It was so funny because I said, I'm not famous. And they were just like, well, famous people give autographs and you gave me an autograph. And I was like, it's not even fair.
Well, what matters is that you're famous to someone. And someone that's more than enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially to my family. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
yeah. No, I'm just gushing because you're so goddamn adorable. Like even starting this, right?
Thank
Yeah, no, you
you.
have such a big heart, but no, you actually do. Well, I mean, if we want to look at your analytics,
Analytics?
analytics.
Yeah.
I must have said
Yeah.
analytics, like analog licks.
Right.
Oh, you should not be doing
No.
that.
Oh no.
Do not lick your analog sticks. You don't
Right.
want.
No. Don't know. Yeah.
I don't even know how we got on here. Anyway, but no, you have a hit over 2K in Twitch, 15K in TikTok, YouTube. Uh, well, actually, you even have like what?
I don't even
What?
know.
What do you like? No, no,
I
no,
don't look at my numbers like that. So like
no,
I knew
no.
I hit 2K on Twitch, which is still crazy. I'm still like processing that because I never thought that would happen.
Oh,
So
okay. I thought you were like, no Cap. No,
No,
I didn't hit 2K. No, fake news. No.
like
No.
I look
Okay.
at them to like update my media kit, but then I like forget what the numbers are. So I really just I don't look at stuff. And so if you ask me off the top of my head what things are, I'm just like,
No. No, I'm
mm-mm,
not. No.
mm-mm.
But no, on your beacon, no, on your beacons page, you actually have like a label of like each your I mean, but okay, yes, definitely focus on loving your work and not like the numbers and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still a good achievement to even have that like to get there because yeah, if you look at how many Twitch streamers and how many content creators there are even on Twitch alone to have like 2,000. That's still really cool.
Hmm. And I'm super grateful for it because really I really never thought that would be something I would see because I started streaming for fun and I still do it for fun.
As you
But
should.
it's yeah, and it's turned into like a teaching opportunity and just a way to spread positivity in everybody's lives that will tune in whenever I get a chance. So yeah, it's still the same thing. So
Yeah. Well, what got you wanting to be a content creator?
um, I don't. That's funny that you asked me that. I don't really think I ever intended on being a content creator.
Oh.
I think it was just something that I was doing, and then it got a label put on it. I guess. Um, because I don't know if I guess the label content creator wasn't like an official thing back in 2016, 2017. Maybe it was, and I just wasn't tuned into it. I was still
Oh,
in
what they
college.
call it back then?
I don't
Was
know,
okay.
honestly. um, yeah, yeah. When I first started quote unquote streaming, I started off streaming on my Xbox.
Okay.
Just just streaming games to be honest. Like I said, I was in college, so it was just something I did in my spare time. Mix it. So yeah, it was never a desire to become a content creator. It just kind of happened. So yeah.
Well, okay. So what if you were, say, you were on Twitch? If content creator wasn't the word, maybe
Mhm.
you were a, uh, oh no, live streamer. No, they had because they had livestream.tv back then. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't even. I haven't checked to see if that site still exists. I'm assuming yes.
I didn't even realize Twitch was a thing. Like
Oh.
I knew about Twitch, but because I was on Mixer, I didn't really pay much attention. I
Oh, you
had
were
it,
on Mixer.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. How was that for
So
you?
for the short-lived time that it
That's
was,
right. All the time.
it was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed my time on Mixer, and I was really sad when it went away. Um, so great. It was just I don't know. It just felt easier to be over there. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. So, like, you have different. There are different platforms even today to like live stream. But you have all these different. You have so many options to be a content creator, and I like that. When people tune your channel, you can play games, and nothing wrong with that. But I think one of the things that people see you for is also a cosplayer or a crafter, because you have this whole 3D print machine. It's probably like $5,000.
Oh my gosh. No, not near. I mean, they can cost more than that actually, but
Oh, okay.
no, I don't have those expensive ones yet.
Oh,
Anyway,
not yet, but you will.
maybe one day.
Yeah, no, you don't say one day. You'll get it. It's gonna be a golden. It's gonna be a golden 3D print machine.
Right.
Yeah, you can sell it for like $5, and
Right. That's the dream to have my own studio with like as many 3D printers as I want, making whatever. No. Though I do want to build my own 3D printer
Okay.
someday. You
Yeah, forget buying one. You build it.
can. Hmm.
Okay. So what gets you about 3D printing in general?
You say what's easy about it,
Well,
or
like what fascinates you about doing, because 3D printing like is kind of a a label of your content. What about 3D printing that draws your attention?
I think it's just really amazing how a little bit of code can produce these intricate things that you see people printing. Um, just I don't know how it does it, but just whenever I'm printing something, I'm literally mesmerized. Just I sit in front of the printer for hours watching it print. Like I've even fallen asleep in my chair watching something print. But it's just really amazing to me how, because I think it's called the G code. I don't know whatever the slicer software does, but it slices your models up layer by layer,
Hmm.
and then it just feeds it to this robot and it just prints it. And it's just like how? I just think that's so cool. And the fact that you can make anything that you can think of doing that, like any 3D software, excuse me, any 3D modeling software, is just mind blowing. I just never. I first got into 3D printing because of my uncle, and he helped me print my first prop, the big Jack Blaster that's now in pieces because it fell apart in the heat.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
no, he was my inspiration for getting into 3D printing. He has like 5, 6 printers, so I'm just like, wow, let me yeah, he convinced me to buy my first Ender 3D printer. And yeah, I've just been doing stuff since then. So
Hold on. Your mic is actually a little low. Like
oh,
yeah, the following stuff that you were saying, the
hmm,
last couple of things, it was like kind of going out a bit. Um,
yeah, this mic is
no,
not the best
no,
today.
yeah, I can hear you much clearer. It was just
Okay.
for like just to breathe a little bit. Big Tone, hello, Ponspress and chat. Hello, we have the wonderful Anka, the one and only famous printer. She's gonna
I'm
go down as the
sorry.
biggest cosplayer of the universe. This
Never. Hey,
hey
Toe.
hey Anka. Aw, okay. Well, do you have any so do you okay, so what came first? Being a streamer or a cosplayer? Because I assume like 3D printing, like cosplay came hand in hand as far as your inspiration.
um 3D printing. I mean, excuse me, no. You said 3D printing or no, streamer. Streamer came first.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know I liked cosplaying until one of my friend Damaris, she asked me to cosplay with her in a group for GalaxyCon in like 2022. Um, I don't know, but it started before that. Like in 2018, that's when I really, I guess, officially started cosplaying because I built my first prop that year. It was an original design. So yeah, streamer definitely came first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still awesome that that's a very I assume 3D printing is a lot of work. It's not like easy. You can't just like, you know what, I'm gonna make a popcorn machine, 3D print it just like that.
I mean, yes and no. And I say yes and no because with anything, with technology, things can go wrong. Just that's just how technology is. Um and the only thing about 3D printers is sometimes it'll be fine, but it could fail at the very last few layers and the whole thing is ruined. So it just kind of, I don't know, you kind of, it's a gamble every time you
Mm,
print something. And I don't know if that it's like,
mm,
is this the thrill that I get from 3D printing? I don't know. It's definitely stressful, especially
yeah.
if you're sitting like through a 2-day print and it fails halfway and you're just like, ah. But
Yeah. Okay.
no, I mean the easy part, I guess. I mean, I don't say there really is any easy part. I mean, The printing would technically be the easy part, but the 3D modeling
Mm.
part is the more difficult part because you have to, of course, learn, get past that learning curve of each software. So, you know,
Did all this knowledge, you mentioned that you were inspired by your uncle, but was all this knowledge also part of like, school, or are you, working in a field that involves 3D modeling or printing? Or is it like, man, this is just an extra skill that I use specifically for creating?
yeah. So it's yeah. I didn't go to school for this at all. This is definitely all hobby. I went to school for information systems, so I'm in the IT
Okay.
industry. So Um, but because I am a very hands-on person, like I build a lot of things. It's crazy. I'm just always like really interested in building. So I built my desk. So it's like that's always been something. And like even as far as IT goes, I'm more so I find more joy in like messing with the hardware and setting up like server racks and different things like that than I do troubleshooting software um or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not a coder. I'm a definitely a hands-on builder.
Okay, right. What? Hold on. I think I need to try to mute the Discord because I'm hold on. It's like going beep beep beep. Okay, let
You're
me get
good.
this freaking thing. Oh, oh God. All right, let me hold on. Hold on. What in the world? Okay, what?
No worries. You're good.
No, I was trying. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of all this Discord noise. But okay, so with that, wait, you also even mentioned that you built a desk out of 3D printing.
No, no. I built
Okay.
that out of wood in PVC. Well, not PVC pipe. It was metal pipe. It was just a lot of yeah. And a desk like not like a countertop I got from IKEA. But yeah, yeah, I built it. I built the desk I'm using now
Oh my
because I needed a
goodness.
custom desk.
Look at
Yeah.
you, built a crafter. Here, God,
Listen,
like when you said 3D printing and like tables, I was like, wow, you could, man, I need to get a 3D printer. I can print anything.
I mean, you could there are 3D printers that print steel and like metal. So anything's
Hmm.
possible. Like literally.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch someone like 3D print their credit cards. So in case someone gets,
I mean,
I'm
I I'm sure it's already been done. I'm about to go have to
3D
go and
print
pray.
IDs. There we go. Problem solved.
Hey.
Yeah, no, we're not encouraging any of this stuff.
Hey, I didn't say I didn't.
3D printed driver's license.
Right. Uh,
No.
there's a fraudulent ID here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Yeah, nothing to do with that. No.
Uh, what's been your favorite thing to 3D print?
Mm. Hmm. Daxter. Daxter was my favorite thing,
Mm,
but also I hated it
you
because
hated it.
yeah, because there were times when sometimes the pieces kept breaking. But that's the trial and error. It was my first time articulating any like a 2 foot tall figure. And so because I didn't understand like the proportions of how strong the joints and stuff needed to be, um I had a lot of trial and error pieces that did take a few days to print out and figure out. But I eventually figured it out. But I loved the process, but I hated the part where I had to keep like when stuff kept breaking because but that's part of it. That was part of it. But that was definitely my most favorite project to date because it was so cool walking around with that thing at DreamCon. Like I was like it's so crazy because last year I could have only imagined it was possible, and then to see it become a reality, I was just like, wow. I actually made it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. Like, just wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Our Aunt Anka the Builder for no, forget Bob the Builder. Oh, okay, okay. Have you tried cosplaying as Bob the Builder?
No, but I can.
Dang.
I feel like
Dang.
there are heavy suggestions coming about that, so I might do it. I might do it. You
You might
know,
do it? You might be
I
Bob the
might do
Builder?
it. I
Okay.
might do
Okay.
it.
You gotta
You
watch
know,
out for the internet comments. But
right? Listen.
um, um,
Yeah.
but uh, no, that is awesome. Like, because you have to even think about like the work that you put into something that is just a hobby.
Mhm.
I mean, even content creation, you could argue is work on its own, but to add 3D printing, to go into Autodesk Maya and do all that stuff,
Oh gosh.
and to not
Honestly,
get paid for it.
listen. maybe maybe one day. Maybe one day. I don't know. Oh gosh.
No, it's IT stuff, not building. It has to be IT. You know what? You know what? You need to sue someone. Oh,
I, you know, I don't know.
that always
I like
solves problems. No, that doesn't.
right.
But
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be the dream one day.
to
Maybe
sue
one day
someone?
it'll happen.
No, I
No,
mean, I
one.
mean,
No. Imagine. Could you imagine? Like, oh yeah, just want to send somebody one. Oh, weak.
oh
Oh
man,
god.
man, you could 3D print a person. I mean,
I Somebody printed. I saw one of these creators out here on these internet streets that she printed a realistic version of the 3D Benchy boat. Um,
oh,
and
hold on,
it's like, I don't know if I have I think I
hold
put
on, let
away,
me.
but
Yeah, I
oh,
gotta careful of these.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So she printed a realistic version of this boat that floats in water. I don't know. I don't know how she did it, but it floated maybe for a little bit of time. So if she could print a boat, anything's possible.
Okay, so like a real life boat that was
Mhm.
like life size.
Mhm.
Oh my god, that must have been hard to carry around.
Look, I don't know how. I don't know how she did it, but hats off to her because I know that took some time. That's why I say the possibilities are endless with 3D printing.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I love that you just have the passion and love to just craft all that.
Mhm.
Um, so when you press the, I mean, we talked a lot about 3D printing and that being a big aspect, but when you go live and you start to stream, for those who don't know your streams, like what do you usually like to do?
Really, it's whatever really whatever I'm in the mood for. If it's close to a convention, it's gonna most likely be me sewing frantically or painting something or whatever, just trying to finish up before the convention, which is probably gonna happen for TwitchCon in about that's gonna
Oh
be in like
yeah.
2 weeks. So, um, yeah, I mean, but other than that, yeah, it really just depends on whatever I want to do that day. Especially if I need to get some work done, I'll do a co-working stream. If I just want to relax, I'll just, get up here and play some Destiny. And I know Destiny's not relaxing, but I'll do that.
It
Or
could be.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, let me see what else. Or just just hanging out with my friends in Discord will be just like playing like Minecraft or something like that. Um, and or also GTARP. I see you do GTRP too.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yes, I do GTRP. That's that
yeah.
that. I'm glad you observed that. But
Yeah. Yeah, it just really, yeah, it just whatever I decide to do that day is on the menu for stream. So yeah.
okay, well now I had to, well, I want to get to the conventions part, but you mentioned that you even do GTRP. Like,
Mhm.
what is that experience for you?
Oh
what,
gosh.
what, what is that?
Well,
Wow.
so my character is it's a funny experience.
Oh, okay.
I really only have one character. I've made like a older character before, but I like to just really play with one character. And because I'm learning Spanish, I typically make her like a person that speaks Spanish.
Oh, that's
Just
cool.
so I can kind of practice it while I'm playing the game. Um so basically yeah, she just kind of is she's just a firecracker, to be honest. Like when it comes to like science, like she's like her big thing is just doing science experiments, really. It's like always testing something out. Um just running around wanting to blow stuff up. She's not really mean. She just does weird stuff. Um like in
Okay.
the last time I really played was in like right now I'm playing in a server called Reality Bites. Um but
Okay.
before that it was Midnight City. That was Delos
Mm.
City. So yeah, she my character, she just was always trying stuff out. Like there was one instance where two of her two of the characters' friends, they got married. And so she was like, "Oh, you
Mm.
guys should jump out of this plane, but piggyback with a parachute and see if it works."
Okay.
So stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
fun time. It was fun time.
Do you like to put on an accent?
I try to, but it's terrible.
Oh.
It's really terrible.
You don't try to
Yeah.
do like a southern twang or something like that?
No, no,
All
because
right.
my character, she's from Spain, since I'm learning Spain Spanish
Oh, yeah.
from
I
the
would
Castilian
I would never do that.
dialect. Yeah, no. Yeah, I try to, because it whenever you're learning a language, I saw that it helps to kind of take on the accent of the dialect you're trying to learn. So I made her a a Spanish native, basically. But
Well, that's very lovely to hear about your experience. Oh, I could. No, I love
Voice
RP. It's
acting is
like,
hard. Yeah.
I for some reason I grew up making different voices, so I don't know why it just pops out for me. I can put on an accent for my characters.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Because I tried the voice changer thing, and for some reason I always have issues with it. So I put on
Yeah.
different accents.
Yeah,
If
it's
I'm mad,
easy.
then he's from the south.
Oh,
But if I'm Mariah, I have to try to be a little more feminine.
you're really good at
And
that.
then I'm just a random crackhead on the street.
You're really good at that. Wait a minute. Wait. Hello?
The funny thing is, like, when people even like listen to clips of Mariah, they actually, some of them know it's a guy doing
Uh,
the voice, some of them don't, and like they'll
I
tell me they're like, wait, that was a guy voicing that, and I was like, yeah, yeah. Oh, do you have a problem with that, punk? Okay.
right. Honestly, if I didn't know, Like if I didn't know, I would have thought, it was a woman speaking, But
Um,
wow, wow, you're really good at that. I'm like, voice acting is hard. You just made it seem easy.
well, well, actually, because I was role playing ever since I was a kid. Like
Mm,
whenever there'd be like little cartoon shows, I pretend to be a character in that cartoon show. So I think like GTA RP just naturally kind of seemed like an adult version of all that.
mm-hmm.
Um, Given there are a lot of experiences, so I'm glad you're having positive experiences. Hopefully,
Oh
uh,
yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely.
that's good.
And really, that's like the spirit of RP. Like anything is possible. You can become any character you want. And sometimes I feel people get stuck in just pretending to be one certain type of character, and not really, you know, using their imagination. So um it's really cool that you mentioned that you would pretend to be the characters that you were watching growing up, because that really does help with the exploration of what you can do in the
Well,
world and
like I try. I mean, like at least the McDonald's siblings, I would make them grounded. Like they're not.
mhm,
I mean, they'll have like comedic things, but they're not like cartoony or anything.
mhm,
But like I do base them off of movies that I enjoy. Like for Matt, there's a lot of faith based films and like Forrest Gump and stuff like that. And then Mariah, it's Paddington, and some of the very uplifting, like wholesome type story. You could
mhm,
even say Hazbin Hotel, like Charlie Morningstar, things like that.
mhm,
Uh, so yeah, but that's really cool to know that you're in RP because I
mhm.
honestly did not even know that that's stuff that I that's a plot twist.
Yeah, I don't really talk about it too much. It's just something I do with
No,
my friends
look,
every so
like you
often.
enjoy it. Like don't.
Yeah.
That's the one thing because I've RP'd for so long to see some people get burned out or
Mhm.
the experience get ruined for some. So just continue to enjoy it. Don't even worry
Mhm.
about whether or not you want to blow it up. But uh, to the crafting part, you mentioned cosplaying, going to conventions. Um, you said was Galaxy convention your first con?
No, my very first convention ever was QuirkCon in Durham, North Carolina.
Hmm.
2020.
Okay. What was that like for you?
Um, it was a smaller convention, and actually, it hasn't. They never came back.
Hmm.
The pandemic happened, and I think things just fell apart. So it was like a one-time thing. But I had such a great time. And I was able to meet a lot of the people I met online in one of the communities I was in there, and so that's when I really started going. That's when it piqued my interest to go to more conventions, because I had such a great time at QuirkCon. And I'm sad that it never came back because I really had a really great time that time back then. So
Okay.
maybe it will in the future. I don't know. I haven't heard anything else, but
But you mentioned like you go to conventions. You say you go to conventions often.
hmm.
How is that like? What, the way you giggle, the way you giggle about that. What?
um,
You're about to say, yeah, my bank account is destroyed.
that part, that part, indeed. Oh man.
How do you manage that? Especially you traveling.
By the grace of God,
By the
because I
grace of
don't
God.
know. 'Cause let me tell you, every time, I kid you not, everybody's like, "Oh my God, you go to so many conventions." I'm like, "I'm broke. I don't know how I'm getting it. I really don't know how I'm getting here." But no, really, um, it just really, I laugh and say by the grace of God, but really, that's really truly what I believe, because there have been situations where I didn't have the money to go, but the people in my community believe in me that much, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but um you know um was able to spend some share some of their funds with me so I could get there, like in helping me. So I just honestly, if it wasn't for them, I say like anything I do is always a team effort, because without the village that I have, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I'm never gonna forget that. So yeah, my bank account is suffering, but when you have people who care about you and support you, you know, it makes a difference. So yeah.
On prayers, you're getting there and back.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Well,
Oh.
then I guess you can ask yourself, and your online family supporting. Ah,
Mhm.
there's that too. Well, okay, so I guess the only thing is you would have to ask yourself, is all of this worth it?
I believe so. I believe so, because I'm about to, gosh, I'm really emotional, Chase. Like
No, it's okay to be emotional. Look, that you are a powerful. Look, Anka, you are a beautiful human being. Don't nothing tell you like you get on camera. You have to act serious, professional. You have to
yeah.
have no emotions whatsoever. No, you're here to be you.
Yeah. I it's definitely worth it. All the hours I put into just doing what I do just because I enjoy it so much. So many people have told me, and it's still a shock to me. Like, with so many people have told me, "Oh, you really I see you working so hard. You really inspire me to just do. It doesn't matter if I fail or not. I see you just trying stuff, and whether you know if you're gonna fail or succeed, you still try it, and you inspire me to do the same." And it's just like I it's just hearing that stuff is it fills me with joy, but it's just like I never thought I would impact somebody else's life that much. So hearing that is a blessing, because that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and helping others along their journey in whatever possible way I can. So yeah, oh god. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
okay,
know.
look, you are a beautiful human being, and I think the thing that maybe hopefully that all that positive encouragement that comes your way reminds you of how important you are, and that I hope that you remind yourself every day that you are important.
I try to. I try
No,
to.
no, look, okay. I mean, life can move in such strange, fast-paced ways, and things could happen. Things could be seem hard, especially in wanting to travel. I can there's a lot of opposition to that, but at the end of the day, the thing that you always should come back to is you, and knowing how important you are. You are important. You are special. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You have inspired people because you are that great. And it's great to be humble. It's great to not be be selfless, but it's also great to not undervalue yourself.
Right.
And I hope that as hard as you would work on these things, that doesn't get lost, and
I
that
know.
you take time for yourself to take breaks, and make sure that you're not working yourself to the point where it's taking a toll on you, because at that point then that there's an issue, and that's that. And nothing nothing should get above mental health,
Right.
especially your mental health.
Right. It's funny you say that, because I do work myself like a dog.
Not like a dog.
uh,
Oh my gosh. You should no, instead you should really be like this cat. See, because cats they don't work like that, right
they
hoops.
got the good life. I tell you what.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh,
Wait,
all
hoops, are
right.
you okay?
All right.
Right. I
See?
don't know what just happened. She just spazzed out for that. You know what? Anyway. I think she's good. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
to get back on track, and just show you a cute animal. But just kidding. Back. I actually do have a dog, but she's not in the room. But anyway, point is, we shouldn't be doing that.
I know. It's something I struggle with. Is and Be Nice is always telling me to sit down somewhere because I don't sit down somewhere long enough, and I don't. Like, it was really hard for me to like take a break after DreamCon because I wanted to just keep going, but I knew if I didn't, I would be in a bad spot. Because I enjoy cosplaying and working and building on and just creating things so much that um it does get to a point where I forget to eat, and that's not healthy.
Hmm.
Um,
No.
and so I've lost a lot of weight because of that, and I don't
Um.
want cosplay to consume me that much. And because there has to be a healthy balance with anything that we do. So I've forced myself to take a break since DreamCon. So that's why I'm just like this week I'm starting to get back to it, to be honest. But since I've taken that break in the last month, I've been eating 3 times a day, at
As you
least.
should.
And so yeah, what you said is really important about not, you know, forsaking yourself when it comes to doing the stuff that we love. Because of course, if we're not okay mentally, then how are we supposed to continue doing what we love to do? So.
Well, even if you want to, because you mentioned that, uh, you, you're right.
Yeah, there's a bug.
There. Well, anyway, um, no, I was just saying, in the east coast of Texas, there were some lizards that just kind of,
Oh,
uh, they're harmless though. They're
yeah.
harmless. Yeah, I'm not.
I was like, are they in your house? Oh my god.
Actually, no, because there was construction in this house, so some of them did come in. But
Oh no.
they don't bite. They just kind of slither around and like mind their
Oh yeah.
business. And I'm like, all right, I'll just leave them out. Because yeah, animals, you don't want to hurt them.
Right, right.
Well, you don't want to, but spiders, they're not. Uh,
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm good. Sorry. Roaches and spiders, I'm good on.
oh yeah. But to put it back on
Yeah.
track, as you mentioned that uh, so, some people look up to you and they say that your cosplay craft uh, helps inspire them, or you mean so much to them. You impacted their life. Um, I believe that you taking breaks, feeding yourself, you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your health, making sure your heart, your mind is healthy. Um, I think they would love that even more. Because I believe the people that you positively impacted, yes, you have talent, but I think it's your heart that they really grab onto. And I don't think anybody wants to see you work yourself to exhaustion where your health is at risk. So
Thank
that's
you.
something you gotta keep in mind for yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to keep in mind, not just be nice, not to say anybody else. I feel like you should keep you know watch some of that Naruto in the poster.
Right. Naruto was always wanting something to eat. Yeah. No, you are absolutely right. They are constantly telling me to eat when I'm streaming. So yeah,
You can do
even in
food
person,
streams. See,
I could.
you could do ASMR food streams. Put the mic close
Gosh,
to your mouth and
right.
serve noodles.
New content. I'm like, no. Oh, that would be crazy. Yeah, no, I'm really blessed to have so many people that come to watch me do what I do that actually really actually care about my well being. Um, so yeah,
Oh.
it's truly a
Because
blessing.
at the end of the day, you have to remind that you're a human being
Hmm.
and that you have
It's,
flies in your house.
some flies, I don't know where they came from. They're so annoying. It's so
I
crazy.
I don't know. I I wouldn't know about the. Okay, no, she's asleep. But, um. Okay, so uh, speaking of anime, which is an influence for you, like I mean, you have Naruto in the background, but how how are you enjoying sort of the anime culture community, or being one with anime? Uh, yeah, especially in speaking of DreamCon, you know, being a big anime convention for especially black nerds.
Hmm.
Yeah, what does anime resonate with you in the way of gaming?
Mm, well, that's a good question. I don't always watch like I watch some of the stuff that's mainstream, like that most people are talking about. Like of course JJK and I've watched Naruto both series except Boruto like 4 or 5 times now.
Four or five times? Well, that's a lot of
Yeah,
episodes to rewatch
yeah,
again.
yeah.
I get
I
it.
just love the sentimental feelings I get from watching Naruto. I don't know.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah.
I get that.
Um, but yeah, I'm big on romance anime and like slice of life stuff, so I'm not always watching what like the Attack on Titan and like Full Metal Alchemist
Mm.
stuff like that. I haven't seen either one of those, so I yeah, it resonates with me in a different way, I guess. And I used to be heavy watching anime, especially like back in like pre-pandemic. I was heavy watching it, but I kind of switched to K-dramas. So
Oh,
um but as far as anime goes, yeah, I really enjoy like just the easy to watch stuff and but I did enjoy watching Solo Leveling and Kaiju number 8 and of course Demon Slayer and all that. One Piece I keep trying to restart and keep going, but it just, maybe one day. Um,
oh, one, yeah. You do the Netflix One Piece.
I did. I watched that
There you
and I
go.
enjoyed it.
There you go.
I stopped
There you
watching
go.
it and that works. So, but no, let me tell you, it's a sign of affection. That masterpiece. Oh, that anime is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Oh, what
Oh,
anime?
it's called A Sign of Affection.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you don't like romance, you probably won't enjoy it, but it's so cute. Oh,
Hey, you know what? It goes back to RP. I play male and female counterpart, and you know, romances. I'm as long as you know, cute, uplifting. Like I guess the type of romance I'm not into is the staged like melodramatic or
oh.
reality TV type of thing. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
The
No.
yeah, Ratchet TV, all the you know couples fighting and all
Yeah. Yeah.
the. Yeah, I watched Mamma Mia 1 and 2, so I could.
I'm crying. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that actually.
Yeah, no, that.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's the white people's BT. But anyways.
Right. Please. Please. Man. Mm.
No, but okay, so DreamCon, which that's now I think the other thing, just being a a cosplayer and crafter and so on and so forth. What is it about DreamCon, at least for you, that stands out from the other conventions that you've been to?
Aside from the giant, um,
The giant what?
the giant, sorry, there was something on the floor that
Oh,
was a
okay.
terrible drop off point. Aside from the giant amassing of black people in one place in Texas, um, it just um it just feels like home, I guess,
Mm.
is a good way to say it. I it's just like a big family reunion type feeling for me, I suppose. Um I don't
Do you feel that way about other conventions you go to?
I didn't feel that way about MomoCon.
Mm.
I didn't feel that way. I mean, BlurCon, yes and no. Just I have some reservations about BlurCon. Everybody
Okay.
does, but I still go to BlurCon because a lot of my friends live up in that area, and
Mm.
still good to support because it's one of the only other black conventions I know of. So I still
Have you
go to
gone
support.
to DreamHack in Dallas or Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta, but not in Dallas.
Okay. Because I mean, no, that convention's all about like gaming tournaments, but they've done, at least in the most recent years, they've really like gone out of their way to put more focus on black creators by
Oh
the year.
wow.
I would put that one, even though maybe not as much as DreamCon, of course, by comparison, but still
Hmm.
as a place that does feel like respecting and supportive of black creators. I
Hmm.
definitely put DreamCon or DreamHack up there.
No, I definitely agree for sure because I noticed just going through all the confirmed creators, which by the way I am one.
Yeah, see,
Ah.
look, aren't you excited?
I am. Like, I went last year. I didn't know what DreamHack was. I never heard of it last year.
Oh,
I only went to DreamHack because Be Nice needed to get there, and I was determined to get him there because he was a confirmed creator. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm going because I'm supporting you. And I had a great time. And I noticed this year there's a lot more black creators going to DreamHack Atlanta, so I'm really excited about that. That's really cool.
yeah, there were a lot in Dallas actually.
Nice.
Like they, yeah. So I really like what they're doing there. Well, that's still awesome. Just see what it's kind of done for you. Do you so okay. Um, with that being said, with Dream Con, obviously you don't live in Texas. You have to fly over there, and expensive travels and whatnot.
Mhm.
Without we joke on like prayers, but like how do you strategize and being able to afford traveling out of state? Because I'll tell you, I've only been to conventions in Texas. I've not been out of state yet.
Mm.
Because I figured that would be a lot.
Well, it really comes down to just really being truthful about what you can do as far as your budget goes,
Yeah.
and then identifying if you're going to go alone or if you're going to go with friends, and just planning as early as possible, especially if you're traveling with a group. You have to really stay on the people you're traveling with because unfortunately, um, even though people have good intentions, they will forget to they'll forget to check in with you or be
Mm.
honest about what their financial situation is for whatever reason. And we're not judging anybody on that aspect either.
Gotcha.
But it's the communication that can sometimes break down
No.
when you especially if you're planning to stay. But I always aim to stay with my friends because it's cheaper for us to go to conventions. That's one thing that's definitely saved me
Yeah.
is rooming with my friends. Trying to go it alone is always going to be the more expensive option. I mean, if you got it like that, go ahead, but I always try to like stay with somebody that you trust and you feel comfortable traveling with. Even for buying plane tickets, I'm so glad payment plans are a thing now because prior to that I would just save up for a plane ticket and just have the money set aside, but now that we have more options as far as payment plans go, there's different things like Air Affordable and Affirm. You can pre authorize an amount and then split it up over a few months or however many months you or weeks, whatever you need. There's just different because there's different avenues to travel. It's just that's kind of how I go about it. So it's not as much as a financial burden on me. And then yeah, it usually whenever I go out of town, a paycheck always happens to hit on the Friday of the convention. So usually I'm good. I don't know how that works out, but um when it comes to like food and stuff like that, we definitely that's why we always try to stay in like Airbnbs because we can cook because that's definitely saving money in that regard. So yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do to try to strategize and being fiscally responsible when you're going out on these trips for conventions. Like for example, MomoCon, my friend Wa, she packed lunches for us, so we didn't have to eat the convention food. And a lot of times conventions will let you bring food in, so that's always an option as well. So yeah.
That's important. I also, even speaking of this, I wanted to, because now, yeah, this goes back to gushing about you, but just seeing that for example, Blurs Unite, of course, that organization by Be Nice that you are a part of, which is awesome. I mean, as mentioned, you were one of the three who hosted a roller skating meetup, and you were so good at the roller skate, like just you having fun, like getting up and skating, and just like you had the moves, the skate moves. I would not be able to do that, but you took it on the champ. You were the skating champ.
I'm not even that good. I'm really not even that good at skating. Oh my
No,
god.
no, you were good. Because I could not balance on those things, but you made it look easy.
Hey, I'm still learning, so I can't transition from front to backwards. I mean, I can't transition from backwards to forwards yet. That's something I'm working on. So,
Well, the fact that you were out there and you didn't like slip or trip or fall or anything like that, that says a lot.
oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
See all the good times you have, all the positive memories, and all the laughs and wholesomeness. But uh, something I kind of was, maybe you mentioned this, kind of brought up earlier when you said you started from doing console streams.
Hmm.
But even when people go on your X or Twitter, it says Xbox shirt. But what
There's lore behind this.
lore behind the Xbox shirt?
Yes.
Okay, what is this lore about the Xbox?
So, yeah, I was in line getting some food one day,
Okay.
and it's actually my pinned tweet. The Lord there, yeah, I was in line and the person asked me for my name, and so I said Bianca, and they were like, "Okay, bet." And so I was like, "Okay, yeah, okay." So I paid for my order. I got to the line. I got to the window to pay for my food, and I was wearing the Xbox shirt that day. Um,
Hmm.
and so apparently, I guess my name was too hard to spell. But I'm like, Bianca's not that hard to spell. It's only what 5 letters, 6 letters. I can't count. I don't even know how many letters. But it's not that hard to spell. I mean, I don't know if he thought because I was black it was spelled some kind of crazy
Oh, he
way.
was white. Okay. That.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh oh.
Yeah. So I don't know, but
Oh, that
yeah,
better not be
I
Phil
got
Spencer. No, I
hey.
no, no. Listen, no. Hey, no. This is it's not. No. I'm sure. No, I'm sure all the white people in Xbox are inclusive. All of them are.
I
Yeah,
hope so.
don't. What? Besides the guy who
Listen,
misspelled your name.
we were kind of concerned when they came out with the name the Blacks at Xbox. That was a thing. I don't know if y'all remember
Oh, wait,
that.
what?
That was a
The
thing.
blacks of
Yeah.
Xbox?
Yes. It was
Oh
during
my.
Black History Month one year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was the name for the, I guess, the diversity and inclusion group. Um Woo,
The
that was a time. Yes, it was called the Blacks at Xbox. I kid you not. I
when
kid you
was
not.
this?
It was a few years ago, but it was a thing. It was definitely a thing.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I I was about to say because if it was last year, then somebody needs to call
Oh
Sarah Bond and fire some.
no, I was like, Sarah. I'd be like, Sarah, girl, what's going on over there? No, but yeah,
Yeah, you
um,
could tell they changed it, but that's. I
I haven't
think.
heard anything else about it. That's
I think that's what happened. They saw okay. This was not a good look. You know what?
that
Let's
should
have
have,
a
yeah,
new.
that should have stayed in the
and
draft. Hmm.
Sarah looked at that and like no more no.
Hmm. 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 Crazy. But yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah,
Xbox shirt came to be because the man at the drive-through didn't know how to spell Bianca.
okay.
Crazy day. Crazy days.
Well, hey, you know what? You know what? Xbox is less racist today. So let's get let's get
You
let's,
know?
sorry. The blacks of Xbox. Holy crap!
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
that. Oh my god. Oh
It
my
was a
god.
time. It was a time indeed.
Okay, man. I hope that's not like PlayStation and Nintendo as well. I'm not trying to be like console wars or anything, but like, man, if you Nintendo.
Listen, I don't know who approved that. Somebody co-signed, and that's the problem. I don't know who did it, but we just going.
That sounds like a term you hear Trump say.
Listen. Okay, that's why we haven't heard nothing else about it, because it was like that probably wasn't a good idea. They probably
Yeah,
got cooked for
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, hopefully, console war has begun. No,
No.
no. Everybody needs to switch to PC. There we go. No, like your console.
Listen, I'm gonna still play my Xbox.
I mean, unless if you go to Steam and there's some like racist game that's like promoted. Hopefully not.
Right. Uh, I listen. I prefer to. I'm mainly a console player because I'm lazy and I like to play games from the
Mhm.
comfort of my bed. So sure, I can have a PC hooked up in my room, but who wants to do all that?
Aw. You get yourself a
uh,
gaming laptop then.
I do
Uh,
have one.
there you
I do,
go. There you go. You can put it on
but
the bed.
it's too old though. It's got
Oh.
like a 1050 in
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need a new
it.
one. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so what? Wow, I learned just from the Xbox thing. I did not know. I can't believe I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I played both. Uh,
Hmm.
well, I mean, it's when you get like a 70 series RTX, it's hard to look back for me. Um,
Hmm.
it may because I spent so long trying to get a PlayStation 5. And then once I get like a gaming laptop with these specs, I'm like, you know what? I'm done waiting. You can have your
Hmm.
PS5, and all the games on consoles they get ported onto PC too.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I play both. Yeah, well, soon,
Hmm.
soon. What's also getting ported onto PC is Poggers, the number one energy drink.
Oh my god. I'm weak.
No, get ported. No, well, okay. So Podspress is sponsored by Parker's Energy, Hydration, and Sleep. Um,
That'd be-
got you, Chad. Oh, hi, Beats by Terry. How you doing? But yes, I do have to give a word from the sponsor. But uh, God dang it, Parker's. I have this up. No, but yes, Poggers is a energy drink like you mentioned of G Fuel or Rogue Energy, all these other companies. But the difference of Poggers is that Poggers has vitamin A, B, C, D, E, all the letters, all the vitamins, but also uh, one of the big features about Poggers, though, is that in addition to having energy drinks and hydration, again, drink mixers where you scoop up, shake with water, and then, enjoy, they also have sleep mixes. So,
Oh.
mixes that basically help you go to sleep because they have a bit of sleep medicine in the recipe. So
Mm-hmm.
whether you want to get energized, hydrated, or if you're having trouble sleeping, Poggers is done and in such a great value too. In fact, exclamation mark Poggers, and you get 10% off, and 10% of any purchase goes straight to Pawn Express. So not only are you supporting a wonderful service, but also supporting the show. Same goes for Humble Bundle because speaking of budget, we all want to play games, but we're all cheapskates out here. So humblebundle.com allows you to get consistent discounts and even free games every month for Steam keys, games to play on Steam if you are looking to play games on a budget, whether it be Steam or Switch. And again, exclamation mark humble. Again, 10% off. 10% off. 10% of purchases go straight to Pawn Express. So again, thank you Humble Bundle, and thank you to Poggers.
Nice. W sponsors. Woo.
W sponsors. You know what? And
Oh.
it's WU.
Oh.
Um, no, where so there's one more thing I do want to bring up. Well, one, what are some things that you are looking forward to in the days, months, years to come?
So yeah, so next year, January, I turn 30.
Oh my
So
gosh, you turned 30?
yes.
So do I. Oh my
Nice. In
gosh.
January?
Well, actually around when DreamCon's happening next year in May.
Oh wow. W
So
birthday trip. Wow. Yeah. Next year's the big 3-0.
three
So
the dirty 30. We get
right.
dirty because we're 30.
You
Well, no,
know,
you don't
I,
do that.
no, which is it's crazy because it's been a long 29 years. I tell you what, but no,
Not
um,
long.
yeah, no, I've been listen. We've all been through some things, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That's fine.
Um,
Hey, I look.
yeah,
You're here to be you, and you be what you want to be, or what? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You say what you want to say.
hey, it's to me. Yeah, no, next year, yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think that really the only convention I'm going to next year is DreamCon.
Hmm.
And then after that, I'm going out of the country for half a year. So,
For half
celebrate.
a year. Oh gosh, for half a year. Where you going out of the country for? Wow, this makes me feel like one of the wise men. Oh,
No, yeah, I'm going out of the country to um sorry, I just lost words.
no, it's
Wow.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm going out of the country to further my language study because one of my life
Oh,
goals is
okay.
to be fluent in another language, at least one
Okay.
other language. And so I'm going
That's
back to
awesome.
Spain.
That's awesome. You're both turning. No, that's right. Yeah. No, that's exactly that's correct. You're both
Hmm.
turning 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that is amazing, and I hope you of course enjoy that. Like that sounds like such a beautiful trip. And don't enjoy time off because I know probably what's gonna throw through your head is like, do I need to make content because I'll be gone in 6 months?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna change what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing as
Okay.
far as what's pacing myself and balancing it, making sure,
I'm
like you
getting
said, my
another
mental
gray
health is
hair right
good.
now. Oh dear, what's going on with Big Tone?
Tone a little old. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
No. Um, but yeah, I mean, even while I'm gonna be out of the country, I still am gonna be making content, and that's gonna be more of the focus. So I'm gonna enroll in school while I'm there just to further my language study, and then but also focus on content because I do need to generate some type of income because I'm not gonna be working while I'm there.
Mm. Okay.
So I'm gonna use that time to just put my focus on those two things. I don't know if I'm gonna still be doing cosplay stuff because I don't know what the cosplay scene is like in Europe. So
Okay.
other than Kumui cosplay, which is she's amazing. If y'all don't know who she is, but
There's probably a
yeah,
cosplay scene over there.
yeah, there definitely is. I just
Yeah.
don't know how big it is or how small it is. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I know there
But
are conventions
yeah.
over in Europe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
if I'm still I'm gonna probably still be in Europe when TwitchCon happens. So
Okay. You
I'm
can
gonna
be in
try to
TwitchCon
go.
in spirit.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah. Save your money. Be
you
like, you know
know,
what, TwitchCon 2026. There you go.
but I mean it's cheaper to fly between EU countries than it is to fly across the United States from one
That's
state to another.
that.
So
Okay, okay. That is
yeah.
interesting.
Mhm. Yep. It's really crazy how that works, but know.
Yeah.
um yeah, that's the plan though. We're gonna see how it works out. But
It's going to work out. Not we're going to
yeah.
see how it works out. Put that
Oh, you're
positive
right.
affirmations for yourself.
You're right. It's gonna work
It's
out.
going to
It's
work
gonna work
out.
out.
Remind you to go to that mirror in the back and say it's going to work out.
Right.
um,
It's gonna absolutely work out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the big things I want to do to celebrate turning 30.
Okay. That's awesome. Um, where do people follow you up?
I'm sorry, you said what?
Where do people follow you? You know, with this socials, plugins.
Oh, yeah. So it's IdiosynAnca literally everywhere. That is like mainstream, I guess. Somebody randomly has my username on Udemy, that like study site. I don't know who you are, who has my
Uh oh.
username.
Uh oh. Oh, see, this is what I mean. You got to sue.
You
You
know,
got a lawyer.
I purposely chose this name on purpose, so it wouldn't be like if you choose a difficult name, it might be hard for people to spell, but guarantee nobody will have it anywhere else. So. But no, yeah, it's idiosyncratic anywhere you can think of that most content creators use anyway.
Okay, well, for the white people who can't spell Bianca, what would it be?
I'm crying. It's it's BIANCA. It's the and it's actually um it's a derivative of the I don't know if it's a Latin word or an Italian word or Spanish word. I don't know. But Bianca is I think it's the Italian version
No,
of
I
it.
was talking about your username that
Oh,
has
oh,
the
oh.
Anka in it. Yeah.
Oh, they say how do you spell that?
Yeah, yeah, in case if there's a white person that misspells it.
Oh, I got you. No, it's IdiosynAnca.
Now watch me be that white person who misspells it. But it's like,
Hey, you got it right in the
no,
title, so I
no, I'm
think you're good.
kidding.
I think you're good.
No, I'm kidding. But this is, this is on Ponspress. Everything Ponspress accepts. At Twitter, I'm gonna say Twitter. No, it's not X. Twitter. You know, screw
It's Twitter.
Elon Musk. It's Twitter. No,
I don't know what X is. It's Twitter.
no,
But
no, it's Twitter. Yeah, but well, I mean, but you type it, it has to be X. So all right, fine, X. God dang it. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Um, uh, the Chase Pond at Chase Pond 60. No, at Chase Pond 64. Why did that take? At Chase at Chase Pond 64 on Twitter, X, whatever, and Pawn Stress everywhere. I of course save the interviews, upload them so they are here forever, and you can make people can make clips and share them. I make clips too, share them on different social media platforms. Again, everything Ponspress, and I also save the audio. Still trying to work on Spotify and all that, but yeah, just the interview be put everywhere. Um, we are actually going to continue streaming. This is the end of the interview segment with the
Okay.
beautiful Bianca.
Thank
And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your night. But
Yes.
for everybody tuning in, there is a second part to this stream. I'm going to be playing this game called Akimbot. Now, this is an indie game that just came out on Steam and console. It basically touts itself as an influence to PlayStation 2 platformers, and it names Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter. Which you said like you're a huge fan of Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
You look at this game and you're like, wait a minute, I played games that look like this game. So that's the whole point. Is like this is kind of bringing gamers back to that era of like platformers that you don't really see a whole lot of today. I mean, indie games will still make them, and you know, Ratchet and Clank, Insomniac is still doing that. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, so that's what we will be playing for the rest of the night. But I will go ahead and we will say goodbye to Miss Bianca and wish her well on the best sleep and
Yeah.
best self care.
Thank you so much, Chase. I had a great time. Thank you for reaching out to me to be here. I enjoy. It was a pleasure meeting you in person. It was a pleasure talking to you now. Anything you ever need help with, let me know. I got you.
Of course, anytime, girl. So we definitely would. I'll definitely talk to you soon. But get rest. Most
I am.
importantly, eat
Thank you.
yourself. Eat a strawberry cake.
Oh,
Oh,
glad you said strawberry. I don't mean that chocolate.
yeah. No, see, the tone is saying the same thing. Rest, Anka.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get rest. All right. Much, much love to you, miss. You have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.
All right, Chase. See you. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
All right. Now we are going to transition. AO too much. Wait, AO too much. What? Okay. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. We are going to transition. So I'm going to cut this stream, and we're going to transition to the game. One second, guys. So I'm going to cut this stream and upload it, and we're going to go straight to a Kimbot. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.